What's going on, everybody? My name is Jeremy. This is Exploring with the Nug. It's been a while, hasn't it? And what can I say? I was out of town. I hope you guys missed me because I've missed each and every one of you. Today, I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat, we're going to be doing something just a little bit different. We're going to change things up, and I bet it's going to make lots of people angry. But hopefully, you guys give it a shot. That's what I'm saying. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be going for about 15-20 minutes on YouTube, and then we are going to be going exclusively over to Rumble to finish off the live stream. Main reason for that, experimenting, and the fact that YouTube is so PC. I really like to say what's on my mind, and sometimes you just can't say stuff like that without getting, you know, censored, canceled, shadow banned, whatever you want to say. So we're going to give it a shot. What happens? So after the 20-minute mark of YouTube, all you got to do is follow the link in the description, and the live stream continues over on Rumble and Locals, and X too, I think. But yeah, we're going to give that a shot. If you hate it, we'll figure it out. But we're gonna experiment today. So make sure you guys have the link locked in and ready to go. And we're just going to dive right into that. So the couple of stories we're going to be talking about today is stories essentially that have been on my mind that I kind of wanted to talk about. One is this Hannah Kobayashi thing. Now that's the lady on the thumbnail. She's the one that went missing out of Maui. And she missed her connecting flight and she went to Mexico or something like that. Come to find out, she wasn't even missing. It was a whole lot of hubbub for no reason. But she, you know, the fact that she didn't tell anybody didn't, you know, it's just, we're going to get into that because essentially it's just going to be a one big bitch. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to be complaining the whole time about it because her father died in the process. And, it's just, it doesn't seem like she really cares. So we're going to dive into that, kind of complain a lot about that one. And then we're also going to be talking about other things, hot topics going on around, talk about some missing people and, just all around getting back into it. We're going to be doing live streams this week and next week, and then I'm going to go be meeting up with Adam, and we're going to be doing it again. So, hope you guys are doing good. I don't know what you guys have been doing. Make sure you guys are asking me questions in the comments and all that stuff. Questions in the comments. Questions or comments in the chat because it's right in front of my face. Because usually, you know, I got this cool teleprompter looking thing in front of me. But you can also, all I see in front of me right now is chat. I got YouTube on one side. I got Rumble on the other side. And, yeah, pretty fun. So let's just see here right off the bat what's everybody talking about. What did I miss? My screen says I'm on Rumble, fingers crossed. Anything for money kind of gal. Interesting. I see what you're saying. Let me see here. That's the crazy thing. Border Patrol would have had record that she crossed. I think they did, honestly. That's what we're going to dive into. Like this, the whole thing was nothing. It was nothing. But the fact that she didn't tell anybody is the problem. So everybody thought she was missing, and that's just what happened. So I don't even know. Man, let's talk about last week for starters, because Adam and myself, or Adam and I, whatever you want to call it, we went up to North Carolina and we met up with Ryan Finds Truth, and we decided to essentially what we did was we went to Lake Watauga. It's like North Tennessee, almost, you know, way up there, right? And we wanted to go to the debris fields where all the stuff that washed down the rivers ended up. That's what we wanted to do because there are missing people still in the area. I think I'm getting ahead of myself if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. North Carolina, Asheville, the floods, the hurricane, all that stuff. So it's been 2 months. There are still a handful of people still missing and confirmed missing. There are unconfirmed missing people. The list is a lot bigger, but it's kind of like word of mouth, right? It's kind of like undocumented immigrants, homeless people, stuff like that is still missing. And there's a handful of people who are confirmed still missing that have been washed away from this flood, and they're still trying to find them. That's what we was doing at the lake. And also, I kind of had this thought process, and I want to see what you guys think about this. I wanted to get, essentially just walk around, see what I could find, and seeing if I could find any kind of like personal mementos, you know, pictures, jewelry, anything really that means a lot, sentimental value, so to speak, right? And see if we could find the people that this sentimental stuff belonged to. And believe it or not, well, I mean, you could probably understand, there is so much stuff out there, out in the water floating around, that we spent a lot of time looking at shoes, because if there's a foot in the shoes, obviously that is a big clue on a missing person. And we was looking at like just any and everything you can think of. We found the particular spot we went to was there was firefighter stuff everywhere, and I think maybe a firehouse upstream got washed away in the flood because there were firefighter tanks, respirator stuff where they're breathing the fire. There was fire hoses. There was a friggin' semi truck I kept telling you guys about that was there, and but when we got there to see it, all we saw was a hole. They actually came in and pulled the semi truck out. That would have been something really cool to see, but they had to make sure that nobody was inside this thing. How is your hand? It is healing fine. It's just pink, little tender, but everything works great. If I bump into it every so often, it really does hurt, but it's healing. I don't see any complications. Just gonna have a cool looking scar. Kind of funny how if you're a guy, scars really don't matter. But like I told Candace, I was like, man, how cool would it have been if I would have got it on my face, like going down like my eyeball, like Scarface. But that's how my mind works. I'm a big dumb kid though. Man, it's cold in here, but it's hot. It's like too cold for not a jacket, but this jacket I got is actually really good. It's like, what do they call this, Sherpa, something like that. But it's really good. But whatever, we're gonna run with it. So where was I? So yeah, I was looking for personal belongings, right? Not necessarily somebody's underwear, but like pictures, anything really, right? So what did I find? I found a handful of things that I thought caught my eye that would mean something to somebody. One was just like a wooden reindeer, cartoon reindeer wooden ornament, something you would sit on the mantelpiece, decorative for the holidays. I found that, so I brought that with me. And I found something, it was a piece of wood, and it was hand painted, and it looks like it came maybe out of a Christmas tree or off of a bunk bed. Something that a child looks like they've made it by themselves, right? That's the kind of stuff I was looking for. The personal things that people would have attachment to. Not really like a value. Couldn't put a number on it. But I took that because I'm like, that right there, believe it or not, could make somebody's day. Their entire house, everything they own, is now ripped to shreds and sitting in a river, in a lake. So how cool would it be to find this one little piece, and when they rebuild, they have this little piece of sentimental, a reminder of the past, and like, we lost everything, but we managed to keep this one thing, and that one thing may make all the difference in keeping them from losing their mind. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's what I think. Can somebody die in a car with the windows down? You need to be more specific. Like if you drive into a river or lake and the car starts to sink and the windows are down, I mean, you can die if you don't get out in time, but it's going to fill up quicker and you could swim out. Now, so like it's pretty much it's up to the human who's in the vehicle. Are they strapped into the seat belts? Did they get knocked out from the airbags? Are they injured? Lots of variables to that question. But depending on the person and depending on your will to live, it's a lot easier to get out of a car with the window down than it is with the windows up. So I would say yes, you can still die, but you have a chance. Let's see what else we got going on here. Talking but not saying anything. Thank you for the kind words, Edward Rano. By all means, stick around because there's going to be a lot more talking about nothing. Anyway, so let's see here. They keep sending money to